The White House today has released recommendations from a task force trying to find ways to combat sexual assault on college campuses. The numbers detailed in the report are staggering. 1 in 5 women are victims of assaults while at college. It's a problem advocacy groups and lawmakers are fighting to reverse. Lindy Aldrich is the deputy director at the Victim Rights Law Center and joins me now from the White House. Lindy, thank you very much. And we're talking, in many instances, this is rape. This is what is happening to women, mostly women, across college campuses in our country. How will the guidelines, let's talk about these guidelines, let's throw them up on the screen, because this is what the task force is initially recommending in its first meeting. Anonymous campus climate surveys, implementing prevention programs for potential victims and bystanders, providing training for school officials, giving victims a confidential place to seek support, and making enforcement data public and accessible. Are these going to be helpful? Do they go far enough?
Yeah, I think they're going to be incredibly helpful. I know that we've been hoping for this conversation to get started for years, so I am actually really excited about these new guidelines. I think they're going to start that dialogue, and I'm excited to have this kind of opportunity for the conversation to get going.
There's also a website, we can show this, it's notalone.gov, and this is being launched to make enforcement data public and accessible. This is really important because in many states, there are states I know that have to report statistics, crime statistics, to the state government, but there are some that don't. Yeah, I mean, there are various federal laws that require that states and as well as schools report some of their crime statistics. So I think this transparency that's going to be happening with the new website is going to be very helpful, not only just to states, as well as to parents and other constituents who are helping their students and their children figure out which schools to go to and what's the safest options. And what about anonymity and counseling and the kinds of services that would, these are young people, that would make them, first of all, understand their rights and understand their reporting obligations, and to understand how to distinguish what happens on dates with a sexual assault, with unwanted sex?
Well, I think what we're finding is that victims really want to have, they need to know more about their options before they actually make a choice. So confidential reporting is what I'm frankly most excited about with these new guidelines, is that they're letting victims kind of understand who on campus can they go to and what choices will they be making. I think what the next step is for schools to really implement how to communicate to students so that they have an informed choice about who they're going to report to. Students make different choices in terms of why they report and whether they want to stay silent or not. I think this is going to be a big step in helping students make the most informed choices that they can.
Lindy, I know you've been an advocate for quite some time, and it's great that you're there and that the White House is doing this, and I know we're going to follow up. So thank you very much for being with us today.
No, my pleasure. Thank you.